Hello, my name is Danny Fried. I wish I'd become a lumberjack, but I didn't. I spent the last 20 years frying my brain. The only good thing to come out of this, I have stories, many true, funny stories, and I want to share these stories with you every single Friday.
Danny Fridays.
In today's video, I'm going to tell you about what life is like living with an
anal fistula.
So, what is an anal fistula? Because I remember when the doctor told me I had one, I thought to myself, well, I haven't been anally fisted. Well, silly me, it turns out fistulas have absolutely nothing to do with anal fisting. I know, confusing, right? They could have called it something else, couldn't they? I reckon even the doctors got confused. Fisted, anally, fistula, But anyway, what is an anal fistula? Let me take you back to the good old days when I didn't know what one was. This is an arse. A perfectly normal, working, functioning arse. Notice the complete lack of fistula. Now, feast your eyes upon this arse. This arse has been absolutely fistulated. Notice the piece of string entering into the arsehole and exiting out of the arse cheek. Say there is a God. Well, that means God created the anal fistula. I thought you were supposed to love me, God, not destroy my arse. Yeah! I had to live with an anal fistula for 2.5 years. How did it happen, you ask? Well, like most bad things that happen in my life, it happened because of the sesh. A 3-day bender, to be more specific. God must have looked at me on the third day and thought, this geezer needs to calm down a bit, I better give him an anal fistula. When I woke from my 3-day bender, I had an arse abscess deep up inside of my arse. Well, when I say up my arse, I mean it was in my arse cheek. It was in there somewhere. An anal abscess is a painful condition in which a collection of pus develops near the anus. It felt like I had a hot lump of coal up my arse. That was an exact reenactment of how I was when I woke up that morning. I specifically remember thinking, ouch, my ass. I should have called the doctor straight away, but I fried it, didn't I? Instead, I rang my mates up and I said, oi lads, I've got something really painful stuck up my arse. And they said, another cock again, Dan? And I said, it's not a cock this time, it's an arse abscess. An arse abscess? Yes, an arse abscess. Collection of pus that develops near the anus. I've been through this. But my friends were not sympathetic. In fact, they found it funny because my friends are a bunch of Learn from my mistake. If you wake up one day with an arse abscess, don't ring your mates, ring a doctor, because about 50% of patients with an anal abscess will develop a complication called a fistula. A fistula is a small tunnel that makes an abnormal connection between the site of the abscess and the skin. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? Believe me, it is. Surgery is needed to cure almost all fistulas. So let me explain a fistula a little better. Arse cheek, anal abscess, bum tunnel. Because I didn't go to the doctor straight away, my arse abscess moved towards my bum tunnel. When the abscess reached the bum tunnel, a hole was created in the bum tunnel, meaning there was now a hole in my bum tunnel. The pressure from the abscess also moved the other way, hitting the skin of my arse cheek, creating a little hole in my arse cheek, which effectively meant I now had 2 arseholes. Nobody wants 2 arseholes. So basically, that's what happened. I woke up one day and my arse was broken. A broken arse is difficult to fix, and as I touched upon earlier, surgery is almost always needed.
Arse surgery.
A arse and a knife should never meet, and yet my arse may as well have been in a butcher's. The first thing they do is stick a piece of string up your arse into your bum tunnel, through the bum tunnel hole, and then out the bum cheek hole so they can tie it up. You are now left with a circular piece of string dangling out of your arse. They do this to keep the wound open to stop infection. Every time I wiped my arse, I would catch it. It would hurt so much I would cry. Doctor, how long have I got to have this piece of string dangling out my ring piece? I don't know. Well, that's just great, isn't it? If you don't know, how am I supposed to know? I don't know. I was forced to do my own research, and it turns out that in some cases, a fistula may never heal. Never heal. The exact 2 words you do not want to hear after anal fistula. The realisation had started to kick in. I had completely fried it. I said, doctor, there must be a way to sort this out. Yeah, there is, but we're going to have to slice your arse to get a better look inside of your arse. So off I went to arse hospital. The first thing I noticed about arse hospital was I was the only one there under 70. At the time, I was only 24. 24 and in arse hospital. What a complete and utter fryer. They put the arses in order of importance, and the older arses were seen as more important. They needed more immediate attention, which meant my arse went to bottom of the list. 12 hours I was there watching arses come and go as I sat there having a time. People were shitting themselves left, right and centre. Enemas were going in.
Shit was flying out.
This one geezer walked right up to me, stared me straight in the eyes and shat himself. Cheers for that, mate. Finally, after 12 long hours, it was my turn to have my arse sliced open, so off I went. I was put under, and as soon as I woke, the first thing I said was, doctor, did you fix me arse? No. Why the not, mate? Turns out my arse was in the right state, so they had to put me in another operation. It was just before this operation that I was asked the most difficult question I have ever been asked in my entire life. Danny, we want to fix your arse, but there is only a 50% chance this operation will be a success. If it is not a success, you will be incontinent. Incontinent? Incontinent? What's the word where you shit yourself all the time? Whatever that word is, that's
For the rest of your life.
Do you want us to give it a go? Basically, I had to flip a coin. Heads, my arse is fixed. Tails, I shit myself for the rest of my life. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you will know I like a little bit of a gamble. So I said, prepare my arse, doctor, you're going in. But please don't f it up, because what woman would ever want to be with a nappy wearing ball bloke? Huh? All of a sudden, there was a knock on the door, and a young, attractive student nurse entered, and she asked me something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. Danny, is it okay if I look deep inside of your anus while you're asleep? Wow, she don't f about. I bet your parents are proud. Absolutely dedicated to learning all that there is about strangers' arseholes while they're asleep. Mum, Dad, I know what I want to be when I'm older. I want to be a specialist in arseholes. What about elbows? Don't fancy getting into elbows? I said arseholes. Okay, sweetheart, it's your life. I want you to know that Mummy and Dad will always love you. But seriously, have you considered elbows? Anyway, I just want to say thank God for these arsehole people, because without them, my arsehole would still be in a right state. If you're watching this and you're an arse doctor, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my arse. I was in a room, naked, full of strangers, one of them being a sexy nurse, while my legs were put up in the air and my arsehole was spread wide open. Ugh. When I think about that, I find it weird. I don't even show me bumhole to me family, and yet there's a room full of strangers out there that have all had a good look. I suppose it is what it is. Anyway, the time had arrived, so off I went to the most important moment of my life. The arse surgery, to end all arse surgeries. When I awoke, all I wanted to know was one thing. Do I need to wear nappies now? Danny, we have some news about your arse. We fixed it. Hands down, one of the most happiest moments of my life. I checked my arse and the string was gone. Yeah! I ran right home and had a shit. Oh, yeah, baby! Only if you've had a fistula will you know how good that first shit is after they remove that string. If by somehow you managed to make it this far into the video, I just want to say I'm really sorry for making you think about my arse so much. Yeah, we're really sorry! Thank you for watching, guys. This has been the story of my arse abscess turned arse fistula. Learn from my mistakes. If you wake up with an arse abscess, get to the doctor straight away. You do not want to be fistulated. Please like and share this video to help raise awareness about anal fistulas. They're not funny. They're just a little bit funny. If you've had a fistula or you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, smash my bell, because I make videos every single Friday. Also, follow me on my other socials, links in the description. Love you all very much. I hope your arseholes are healthy and see you next Danny Friday.